Sorry about that, guys. Didn't realize my audio was muted. But yeah, we're coming into Cleveland now. Coming into Cleveland now with some super heavy snow starting to come down with this cold front. So originally I was just going to pass through the town, and then out of nowhere I realized it was lots and lots of heavy snow. So I figured we could at least have a snow stream as we go through Cleveland, right? Like, at least have a snow stream as we go through Cleveland. Might not be a long stream, but hey, we can go do a snow stream through Cleveland as this band comes through. Because it is dumping. While it's not really on the roads much, it's still dumping. But thank you guys all again for returning and smooshing that like button as you guys tune back in. We got 330 watching with 150 likes, so please be sure to hit that like button.
This new YouTube studio layout is going to get on my nerves, like, quickly.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to use it and all that stuff now that I went live again, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, Garrett, did you guys get switched over to whatever the heck me and Brandon are looking at?
Switched over to what?
Okay, so we both got it like kind of around the same time today. So like YouTube Studio changed the way everything looks. I don't even know how to explain it. But like now, your preview live feed is a big box. It took away your super, like where you see your current like count and like your super chat total. That's completely gone. All you can see on Studio now in the live control room is current viewers, chat rate, views, and average view duration, and then just a huge stream preview.
Under analytics.
I think we're gonna go down 271. What do you guys think?
Like no matter what tab I like click on here, like the stream preview, like the live feed thing, the box is just gigantic, and I can't see super chat totals or current likes.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh yeah, see, I've never kept track of my likes on there. I always have one of my devices, obviously with your guys' computers, always watching the live stream, but I just have it on the normal, like, if you go to click the stream, it'll, like, update the like count as it's going, but I never, like, I don't know the number to a T, it'll tell me, like, 2.1 thousand, like, I don't know if it's, like, 2150, I didn't know that you could actually, like, tell exactly what you...
Oh, yeah, I'm sure 271's probably not going to be the best. And that's probably why we will go that way. Sheila, thank you so much for your PayPal donation. Thank you, Sheila. Honestly, guys, I've been stressed lately. My mental state's not the best. And it was easy for me to shut off the stream. But I want to make sure to, you know, provide good content as we come through Cleveland here.
Actually, just send it to you.
Provide good content as we come through Cleveland here, and hopefully you guys can tune in and enjoy it. Smoosh that like and subscribe button as you guys tune in as well. So let's see, 271 lanes are on the right. Copy that, thank you. But thank you again, Sheila, for your PayPal donation. Thank you guys all for your PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App donations, as well as your Super Chats. We couldn't do this without your guys' support, so thank you so much. It's just dumping.
It also took away the little like the top left of the box where you can see like how long you've been live for. Now I have to hover over the live preview to see how long I've been live for.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
I get past this little gaggle
Like,
of
I actually
traffic
want to
here.
like throw my computer out of the window. It's just driving me that crazy right now.
Poor Jaden. Life do be lifing sometimes. Life do be lifing sometimes. I agree. But it's okay. God's plan is perfect. Just gotta trust it. But again, thank you guys all so much for tuning in again and smooshing that like and subscribe button. Gonna have to get back over. Yes, Angela, long time no see indeed. Long time no see indeed. 271's dealing with freezing rain right now. Row. That explains why it looks like it's getting slick. Yeah, you know, it gets stressful at the holidays. The weather's been slow and stuff like that, so that also doesn't help. So it's just, I'm dealing with a lot of stuff right now is the big problem. So that kind of doesn't help at all when your like mental capacity is just getting absolutely wrecked. You know what I mean? The mental crash outs, the depression, stuff like that. That's just, it's brutal. Absolutely brutal right now. What the heck? There's cops on both sides of the road? What the hell? Well, I guess we stay in the middle lane and we call it good. There's a car and a Lowe's truck. Okay, interesting. Not sure what happened, but an accident of some sort. Alright, 188. Or did I pass the exit? No, it was coming up. Yeah, I'm not sure that this will be a too entirely long of a live stream, but I figured while we got this band coming in right now, we should probably go live for it. You know, the cold front's coming through, temperatures are rapidly dropping. Hey Kevin, I did not see it, but I can check later. Glad to be back live. Hopefully I can help my deteriorating mental state. Thanks to you guys. Not saying you guys are the reason for my deteriorating mental state, but you guys will help me from it. That's what I'm getting at. No, actually what I'm trying to say is this is your fault. This is your fault. Referencing a specific scene from Step Brothers. Yeah, it looks like there's another accident just to the south of us right now. Looks like there's just been a lot of accidents popping up right now. I mean, look at the visibility rapidly dropping in front of us. I have had 2 Celsiuses today. I am not feeling adding to that count. I've got a school bus riding my bumper right now, Chad. I have a school bus riding my bumper. Must have been some sort of accident up here with the plow pulled over. Uh-oh. What is happening here? I see emergency lights ahead. There must have been another accident of some sort up here on the right side of the road. But again, thank you guys all so much for tuning in and smooshing that like and subscribe button. 600 watching with 300 likes. Please be sure to keep smooshing that like button. Even though I want to drive through the median here and just get into the express lanes, but hey. But look how it's coming down pretty good right now. It's definitely coming down pretty good. I'm not exactly sure what's going on over here. I really don't know what's happening. I see flashing emergency lights up ahead, but I don't see, like, what's the cause. Eric, thank you for your super chat. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, it's the time of year where I struggle with my depression, anxiety, and PTSD. And I'm always open about, you know, telling people about that because I'm not ashamed of it. And especially with the holidays, you know, with my dad taking his life 10 years ago last month is always that much more difficult. Man, it is dumping down here, guys. Just a little ways down the road. These roads are probably going to ice over quickly. Oh, a car in the trees. Wow. Car well into the trees. Man, he must have hit that tree with force. Jeez. That tree got what was coming to it, apparently. Seasonal depression for the win. I don't know how much of a win I call it, but yeah. I'm gonna hop over into the express lanes. Look how quickly our visibility's dropping, guys. Problem is the roads are getting more slick, the temperatures are starting to drop, so if people aren't careful it's going to be easy for them to slip and slide all over the road, and this is when the accidents happen. Yeah, Frank, stream number 2. Stream number 2 for the day. That school bus that was riding my bumpers over there on the right side just cooking. But look at the visibility, how quickly it's dropping. Yeah, and we're getting to rush hour. Yeah, it's not going well right now. I gotta get gas at some point, but I wanted to get into this band too. because it looked like it was starting to... Everybody's hitting the brakes up ahead. That's one thing I always learned in trucking. Always watch well ahead. Well, looks like another accident. What are they doing? One is saying keep people to the right. One is saying keep people to the left. Looks like another accident over here. Yep, car wrecked out right there in the middle. I don't know if they hydroplaned and lost control or what. They're in the middle now. That's what happens. People just drive too fast and then hydroplane, and you got to be careful. You got to be careful. I get that it doesn't look bad right now, but you can see, look at it. Look, the road, especially the shoulder, you can see it's getting more snow covered now. The surface temperatures are dropping. So that means it's going to get icy in a hurry. Common sense goes a long way in weather like this. I honestly didn't expect, I am back daily. I honestly did not expect Cleveland to start getting thumped. I did not. Not like this. Right at rush hour, it is just a recipe for disaster is what it is. How were the mod sticks? They were fantastic. Thank you for asking. Ooh, it looks like going, so we'll go down to 480 and go west on 480, and it looks like 480 is just turning into a nightmare right now. Or do we want to go further south than 480? I think 480 will be alright. Slow lane. Courtney, good to see you again. Good to see you guys all. Ryan, Edna, Daly, Connor, Jan, Amtrak, Frank, Courtney, Mark, Amber, Ryan, Billeen, Capricorn, Caitlin, Birdner, Judy, Stormy. Good to see you guys. Good to see you. Yeah, 480 is a fun road to be on. Yeah, it is absolutely dumping out here. But this should be a quick hit of snow in only a couple hour time period, honestly. Cynthia, your boyfriend lives in Maumee. Well, I live in Toledo myself, so. Alexis, hello again. I know I saw ya. I thought I said hi, but apparently I didn't. And then we got people out here driving without any lights on. Like, come on, bruh. Only rain near Youngstown. Cold front is coming in a hurry. Cold front is indeed coming in a hurry. See, people are getting deceived by the road just being wet, so they don't think it's slick. And then once they figure out it's slick, just too late. Just too late. Like you can see switching lanes over here, yeah. I feel like there's going to be plenty of accidents around here. That's why I'm just taking it easy. No reason to rush, just kind of roll with the flow. Baconzilla, thank you for your super chat. The whole point of getting on 480 is because it looks like that's where it's getting most impactful with snow right now. Jeannie, thank you so much for your PayPal donation. Thank you, Jeannie. The whole reason is the impacts of the snow. We know it's going to be absolutely horrible to be there, but yeah. Andy, good to see you. Thank you for your super chat. W's for both our super chats in chat. Yeah, it is really dumping here. It is definitely dumping hard. Did I find out what was causing the noise in the front earlier? I think it was just the road, if I'm going to be honest. I think it was just the road. We have, as of this moment, 1,100 watching with 560 likes, so please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, guys. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button to tune in. It's free and easy. Yeah, it is coming down hard here. And the screen is looking blue again. I hate when the camera does this. It's looking very blue. I don't know if it's like a combination of the low light and some of the settings in the camera, but I absolutely hate that. Steven, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you guys as always for your support. W's in chat. Yeah, they actually issued a special weather statement that they think all of this, any part of these roads that aren't treated by salt, they think it's going to turn into an ice rink tonight. The camera seasonally depressed too. Yeah, seasonal depression is just a whole vibe right now, guys. It's just a whole vibe. Alright, traffic's about to get backed up big time here. Look at how heavy this is coming down. Alright, 480 is over here on the left side, so I gotta get it. Just look at how much it is dumping snow right now. 480 looks like it's about to turn into a nightmare. goodness, this visibility sucks. You just passed me in the Pete? I didn't see. I did not see. Is that you, the steel hauler up here? Here's the traffic. Looks like it's turning into a mess up here. Look at all those brake lights. The road's getting completely snow covered. Whoa, people. Just jumping lanes. What are people even doing? I don't think anybody knows what's happening right now. I don't know what is going on with traffic up here. Yeah, I know. I know how people drive around Cleveland as it is. Just past your exit? Well, I wasn't too far. One of these times I'll get to say hello, Kevin. One of these days. It'll be great to finally meet you. Today, it's just snowing is the problem. Jared, thank you so much. Big old W in chat for Jared. Thank you so much for your PayPal donation, Jared. I sincerely appreciate it and greatly and incredibly appreciate it. They're trying to add the ingredients for a multi-car crash. I mean, that sounds about right. With the way the traffic's going right now, yes, the honk from the trucker is the guy here in I don't see any flashing, like, red and blue lights up ahead or anything. I see a lot of brakes, but I don't see any. Man, the visibility is just tanking right now. This is just going crazy right now. Cleveland is gonna Cleveland. I would agree with that. Man, it is just dumping here now. Visibility is just rapidly decreasing. Jaden, whenever the cold front catches you, it's gonna freaking go from 1 to 100 real fast. Yes, of course, Javier. I did miss you guys. And now we're dealing with the problem because of people merging. But so good to see everybody. Please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button as you tune in. We're already getting snow accumulating on the car, so you know it's working. Can actually tell our friend in the Pete here is driving a manual, which is not something you see all that commonly anymore. Everything's all automatic. I always preferred driving a manual, though. We had 10 speeds in our trucks. Man, and these winds, guys, wow. This is getting rough. Yeah, I hate that it's like, I don't get why the color is blue as it is. I don't understand it, I really don't. You really can't be driving a manual semi. I miss mine. I had a good old freight shaker though. Wasn't anything special. I miss pulling doubles and triples. It was so much fun. But it felt way too much like a job because it was a job. That was the only downfall about that. Spent more time behind the wheel of a forklift than I ever did behind the truck. But I mean, that's LTL trucking for you. I mean, that is expected. I'm gonna have to stop at some point and get gas too, now that I think about it. Ruh-roh, Raggy. You know, Rich, I did drive an 18 speed before. Those were fun. It was a Volvo sleeper. No, the Volvo I want to say was a 13 speed. I want to say it was a 13 speed. But I'm pretty sure I drove an 18 speed before. I want to say the Volvo I drove was 13 speed. Man, that thing was just a big old hunk of junk. Because obviously, you know, in LTL we have day cabs. So the Volvo I took, because we didn't have enough trucks, was one of our very rare sleeper cabs. Man, I did not like it. I did like the Kenworth though. We had a Kenworth sleeper cab for a little while, and I did like that. That one was fun to drive in the city. It was a twin screw. Yeah, I figured even if we were only going to go live for like an hour or two, that we'd do another quick live stream too. Alina, good to see you. Thank you for 12 months of membership. So good to see everybody today. Smooshing that like and subscribe button. Tuning in today as Cleveland is just getting their walloping as the cold front swings through. Let me see where we're sitting at. So as of right now, we got 1,600 watching with 777 likes. Please be sure to smoosh that like button as you guys tune in. And we are currently at, I gotta turn on the heat on the windshield. Jeez. Let me check here. I think we're at 225 of our $500 daily chase cost goal already. So thank you guys for throwing in the Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App donations as well. Helping to cover our costs for the day. 240, we're almost to the halfway point. Almost to the halfway point. So thank you guys for that. We're just taking it slow as we come across 480 here. We'll meander through and see how everything looks and just do exactly what it is we do. Yeah, it is absolutely dumping snow out here. I agree. I definitely agree. We're headed more towards Parma, where it's already coming down hard, but as we get further west, we're going to get into the more intense bands, too.
Context, but I just saw they put there's an ice storm warning just west of Mobridge in one county in South Dakota.
That is random.
Yeah, there's winter weather advisory surrounding it, but then you got this one county that's just an ice storm warning.
They're just telling that county to put the fries in the bag if they intend to go anywhere.
Yeah, basically, there's significant icing expected, snow accumulation up to an inch.
Yeah, ice storms are, I have zero interest in chasing. That's just, yeah, no, definitely not.
I did the Dallas ice storm there a couple years back. Terrifying.
That's the way I feel. I've never dealt with freezing rain, never seen freezing rain. Well, that's not actually. Last year, on my drive out for that St. Joseph storm, I drove through the freezing fog, drizzle, light freezing rain, whatever you call it, in Kansas. That was kind of terrifying on its own for someone who's never dealt with it or seen it before. But, you know, Ben over here likes the ice storm.
We're chasing the next ice storm for Crippler.
I'm like,
so.
yeah, you hear him? I'm terrified.
Yeah, it's just a way to get the vehicle totaled, and I just don't. I'm not usually worried about it myself as much as I'm worried about other people like hitting me because they can't stop and stuff. Dude, I am coming into like freaking visibility is dropping so fast out here now. Just wow.
Yeah, the waves off Lake Erie right now are insane. They're hitting a barrier wall and they're crashing over it. It's dramatic.
Very similar topic to you guys, but have you guys ever realized how, like, I-90 is built along some, like, shift or something where it's like I-90 and west, at least today especially, I-90 and toward the lake is rain, and then you go a few miles east of 90 and it's all snow.
Yeah, I mean that's just because the lakes are warmer, so it keeps the temperatures closer to the lake shore just a little bit warmer.
That's what I would have thought too. And then I was seeing a bunch of people talking about there's some shift or something. It was built on some shift, like I don't know how to explain it, but it's some like ridge or something.
Yeah, that much I can't say. Got 1,700 watching with 900 likes. Please be sure to hit that like button.
You know, though, like Brandon said, it's the lake temperatures that are kind of responsible for it.
Yeah, if I find it again, I'll have to tell you guys what this says. But it was something like that, and I was like looking at it. I was like, oh yeah, look, rain on in west, then you go a few miles, to the east, and it's all snow. Like it was built specifically for a weather change. But then I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, when you get these big lake effect snow events, it ain't all rain, it's all snow.
Yeah, Cleveland is getting cooked right now. Just the Cleveland Metro, not doing well. I'm gonna have to get some gas soon enough. I need something for my dang seat. My lower back and my right cheek, it just hurts so bad. My right cheek, just my right one. My left one's alright. My right one, not so much. I have like a, I think that's my lumbar. That's my lumbar support. I don't think that's making a difference. Oh. Oof, just oof, chat. Oh. But look how heavy it's coming down. You can see how quickly the roads are getting snow covered too. And then you can see how quickly people are deciding to make poor decisions while driving. There's an accident up ahead here too. Samantha, good to see ya. It's looking snowy out here. Snowy indeed. I have no idea what everybody's doing right now. I really do not. Thankfully, the road's staying mostly wet, but we're still having some people that are just not doing the best of driving, to say the least. Just to say the least. Is it just because I'm merging right now that's causing problems, or what? I'd imagine as such. I'm not seeing any real reason for there to be a backup here. Sights and sounds of the road. It's a very moist highway out here. It is indeed rush hour in here in Cleveland. I am getting a good amount of snow accumulation on the windshield too. Freezing precip west of Pittsburgh. Yikes. Yeah, once this road freezes, it indeed will be an ice rink. It is not a game I am really interested in playing, if I'm going to be honest. I want to just kind of get through town and get out. Get out before all heck breaks loose. I mean, it kind of already is, but still. I mean, honestly, yeah, I don't think anything beats rush hour traffic in Atlanta. I would agree with that. That nothing will ever compare to Atlanta rush hour. I'm sorry. There is nothing that compares at all, period. Atlanta gets its own category. Yes, I haven't seen a single... Well, no, I saw one truck, but I don't think it was salting. For that first car accident we saw. Saul, good to see ya. Is it snow? Indeed it is. It's snow that's just making the roads wet as of now. It's still coming down pretty dang hard though. Well, Jaden, how is it where you are?
Dude, I found yeah, sorry, I did. My SD card was not showing up on my computer. No, I found an epic seawall here in, I keep forgetting where I am.
Westfield?
In Westfield, New York. And the waves are like breaking over it. And it's pretty freaking dramatic. I just got some...
That's awesome.
Insane shots of that.
That's awesome. I'm just pushing through this freaking snow bandit. It's just dumping here, so I'm just going to keep driving west through it. I was trying to figure out what to do, and I was like, well, maybe I'll meander with it for a little while and all that, but I think I'm just going to keep heading, you know, towards home just because of the fact that, like, if this all turns to ice, I don't want to be out here for it. No, thank you. These roads are all just freaking covered with moisture, and if it turns to ice, I have absolute zero interest in being out here for that. It is nope. Ice is one game I do not play with. That's all there is to it. There is no playing games with ice. That's all there is to it. Jeez, what is going on up here now? Is everybody stopping? What is happening? Oh, I love that clock over there. I love that clock. I always see it. Whenever we come through this area on 480, I always just love seeing it. This van next to me is about to rear end. There he goes. Dude needs to chill. Like, it's snowing and it's slick and they want to drive fast. Like, you're going to get yourself in an accident and that's on you. But I, for one, have no interest in that type of stuff. No accidents for me. Ideally. Fingers crossed, right? Yeah, we're on 480 right now. 480 westbound at the 15. 1-5. People do find it difficult to leave space, and I don't get that. People just get impatient. You guys know how that goes. People get impatient. They want to get home, but making it a little more... Uh-oh, here comes an ambulance. It's a ladder truck. It's a ladder truck heading out. Cleveland ladder truck. That's no bueno. And then the idiot that was driving fast in the van doesn't even have any lights on. Like, you've got to be kidding me. Uh-oh. Everybody's coming to a stop in the right lanes. People passing me on the right, but I'm gonna let this guy go ahead and pass if he wants to pass. I'll give him the room to do it. If he wants to. Go ahead, dude. If you're gonna get... Okay, we're not. That's fine. I'm trying to be nice. But I guess not. I thought it said something about a rest area up here. Wouldn't that be something? Used to come this way all the time when I used to run for XPO. Anytime I'd come do a via through our Cleveland terminal, which is in Parma, which was literally right back here. Or actually right ahead of us, I think technically. It was off a snow road. Right off a snow road. Oh, slippery, slippery. Alright, pass it over 71. Yeah, I'm at 32 on the dash. I got 32 degrees on the dash right now. /150th, we just went by 150th not too long ago. Would I do a podcast? I don't know about that. I mean, I've been on podcasts, but I don't know if I'd do one myself, honestly. Yeah, it was raining in Toledo this morning. It was freaking raining at home this morning. When I left, it was raining, and I was just like, really? Really? Does it have to be raining? But it does look like everybody's starting to take heed of the road conditions. They're not going obscenely fast. You know, it is rush hour. You always love doing the stuff with the Stormfront freaks. It's heartbreaking their podcasts are going to be over, though. Traffic is doing weird stuff right meow. Ginger, good to see ya. Yes, Jessica. Tonight is the kind of night you just want to be cuddled up with a good blanket and a space heater. That is what I'm talking about. EP, good to see ya. Yeah, rush hour straight up doing what rush hour does out here. The snow does, it's still coming down good, but the flakes are smaller. Still coming down really good. Yeah, I actually intentionally avoided going through like downtown, just because of the fact that I didn't want to deal with the chaos and the backups and all that were going to come with that. Niels, thank you so much for your super chat. W's in chat for Niels. Apparently I have the hiccups. Yes, I love it. If it's going to be cold, it might as well snow. I don't know why I have the hiccups, but apparently I do. Made of grilled cheese and staying off the roads. I don't blame you. Why do I have the hiccups? I don't get it. Why do I have the hiccups right now? There's a police chase in Toledo. That's fun. Sounds like another day in Toledo. Downtown has a ton of accidents. See, that doesn't shock me at all. That doesn't shock me even remotely that downtown is seeing way too much in the way of accidents. Let's see here. Let's take a look at Google Maps and see what it says. Downtown always has accidents though, even when it's dry, so snow just agitates factors. According to maps, it looks like going through town itself on 90 actually isn't bad. I mean, I'm only let's see, 4 miles away from getting on the turnpike on 80, so only so many ways. Yeah, Eric, I feel that. I feel that. Only so many ways to talk about it. It's hard. I mean, thankfully the roads are just, they're sloshy and wet right now, so that's not bad. But once this stuff freezes and turns into black ice, like I have no intention on being on these roads. Stop at a rest area too and top off on gas. I didn't realize how low I was. I'm only 100 miles from home, but still. There's another reason why I'm just trying to get quickly home before this all turns into black ice, because once it does, guys, ice is one thing I don't want to mess with. That's a big part of the reason why I'm just going to keep going west towards home. Just because I just like the ice. When ice happens, everything turns into absolute chaos and it's just dangerous. And snow isn't bad because usually you get traction, but ice, there's no hope on ice. Absolutely no hope on ice. Am I going out Thursday? Do I intend to chase tomorrow, if that's what you're asking? That is up in the air. Thankfully, the target area tomorrow is only about 4 hours from my house. So again, if it does pop up, then it'll be easy for me just to hop on the road in the morning and get east into the snowband again. So definitely not ruling out the potential for a chase tomorrow. Definitely not ruling it out. Apparently I need to just keep getting over. accident right here on the on-ramp. And an accident on the other side of the road. Interesting. Not seeing anything. Seeing nothing on the on-ramp or the other side of the road. Woo! But I can feel it getting slick underneath the tires. I can feel that, and I do not like that. I felt a little bit of sliding. Yeah, we are quickly dropping in temperature. So what's everybody up to tonight? Where's everyone watching from? Yeah, I'm still waiting to see a salt truck. Alright, we are coming into the cash box now. Coming into the cash box. Great meal. Hopefully the next rest area is coming up because I gotta take a leak so bad it's not even funny, guys. Oh, I gotta go so bad. Maybe I should just stop here. This is what I used to do when I was when I'd run back from Cleveland. I'd pull over like where that truck is, just whip it out, take a quick leak. Sometimes that's what you gotta do. Cool. You're from the Netherlands. Again, thank you for your super chat. Where's we asked where everybody's watching from. I know we got a lot of people in the UK. Cynthia is bragging that she's in Tampa right now. And I think that's pretty rude, if I'm going to be honest. That's pretty rude to brag about being in Florida when I'm driving in the snow. It's a pretty harsh thing to do there, Cynthia. Take a cue from Zero. Yeah, Zero just jumped out of Jaden's car, took off her collar, and then just went and pooped down the road and then came back. And then dropped more turds. Like, come on, Zero. Oh, I don't like that feeling. That was slick. St. Joe, Missouri. Let's go, St. Joe. My best ever performing live stream was in St. Joe, Missouri for that blizzard last year. Cynthia, I don't want to hear it. Florida people are just coming in because they don't know what it's like to be cold and just want to see what it looks like visually, apparently. Alright, Florida peeps, I see how it is. I see how it is. I get it. Rachel, where are you at in the mountains? Where are you at? Where do you live? That sounds weird. Wife and kids are good. Wife and kids are good. Please send me your exact address. No, at the mountains, it's got to be beautiful out there. We were in Erie earlier. Ashtabula. 25 degrees Celsius in New Zealand. That I am jealous about. You guys are about to enter your summer season, right? You guys are in late spring. You're about to hit summer. Utah, okay. Yeah, Utah is a beautiful state. I've gone through there a couple times. Utah is very beautiful. South Florida, but will always be a Buckeye girl. I mean, Ohio is always Ohio. Elyria, then you're not that far, Nicole. We'll be going by you soon. North Ridgeville, Twilight Zone. Nightbot did not like using all caps, just as a forewarning. It does not like all caps with a passion. Taco, you're from Overland Park? I could have swore you were from like... I could have swore you were from like New Mexico or something. Maybe that's a different person. Born in Lorain. I was actually born in Baltimore. I stayed in Baltimore while my dad was in the military, and then we moved we got a house, the house that I live in now, back in '97. So I was born in Baltimore, but I've been in northern Ohio virtually all of my life. Northern Ohio and southeast Michigan. Literally like 95% of my life. Actually more like 99% of my life. Pull up on the Christmas Story house. Just west of Joplin, huh? Yeah, I'm glad we didn't have to go down to Florida for any hurricanes, I'll admit that. You know, I love doing hurricane coverage, but I am so glad that there weren't any, like, hurricanes this year that did catastrophic damage to the mainland U.S., like... Yeah, we're about to pass Elyria actually right now. We are about to pass the Elyria exit right now. I didn't realize we're this close because our Elyria terminal was in like Norwalk, I think. I want to say it was somewhere outside of Norwalk. We had our Milan. It was Milan, Ohio, which our technically Elyria called terminal was in Milan. Is in Milan. You were done with the gray skies after 85?
Anybody still out there?
No.
Yeah. Oh.
I was gonna say, where's the red man?
Oh, I'm just exhausted. Something about winter makes me tired.
I was gonna say, where have you been? I haven't heard you in like 2 hours.
Has it been that long? I went to Subway, BP, and just kind of chilled out now. I'm just like waiting for it to get completely dark and find a place to go to bed.
Yeah, that I don't blame you for. Thank you, LW. Thank you so much for your support. Let's see, what are we at? We're at the 144 right now. Mostly rain. No, we're in heavy snow right now, but they're just really small flakes. The roads are wet and not snow covered, thankfully, but they're still slick. You love that I pronounce Elyria right? How do people pronounce it?
Finally getting accumulation on the highway. Let's go.
How do they pronounce Elyria then? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Is there a different way that people pronounce it that I'm missing? I don't get it.
Wave action was pretty good. I was watching that too.
Oh yeah, that was pretty epic. Yeah, I got my ads live up. I'm working on just like the B-roll edit of those waves right now.
Winter weather. We do indeed have winter weather, chat. Elyria, is that how some people pronounce it? That's different. Thank you guys for the bless yous, because I know it's coming. Hey, I mean, I love living in Ohio. I can't complain. It's like the best of everything. It keeps me fairly centralized from everything. So that definitely is a beneficial factor. Wet and wildy windy. Wet and wild. That sounds about right. I am ready to get to the next rest area, wherever it is, because I have to freaking take a leak so bad, guys. So bad. Sneeze 3 times and tomorrow will be sunny weather. Let's do it. I think it was supposed to be like after 8 is when that band is supposed to shift over. I don't know where. That can't be right. W's in chat again for Niels. Thank you so much for your... Oh, here we go. 1 mile. Now we're talking. Now we are talking. Because I gotta pee. Desperately. It is getting something fierce. Yes, I can smell the success. I guarantee the gas prices are going to be ridiculous. I'm going to guess $60 to fill up the tank, Chad. My Ring camera notifications are going wild about the high-speed police chase of a U-Haul in Toledo. I know somebody in my chat said there was a police chase in Toledo, but it's funny to see that it's now going somewhere near Lasky and Jackman, I think is what it said. But a high-speed chase in a U-Haul, that's hilarious. And gold, I love it. I absolutely love it. Alright guys, I'm going to top off on gas and use the bathroom real quick. We will be right back, I promise. BR to the B. Let's see, I'm going to guess it's going to be $60. Whoop, there goes my damn water.
Road is completely snow covered now. It's about time. How's the blizzard down in West Virginia, Redman?
Oh, it's pretty boring. Yeah, I kind of got sketched out earlier when I went up there to check it out. You know, again, there's 2 roads that go up. You know, sliding a little bit, but not sliding much. I had it under control, but definitely made me pretty nervous. There was 2 cars coming up the mountain on that road too that were just sitting there, and you know, coming up on the uphill lane, and they were just sitting there sliding and not going anywhere. And I was like, okay, well, guess that's enough for me.
Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah, you're right, man. I just had almost someone bump into me from the oncoming lane.
Ooh, that would not be good.
Yeah, I was trying to get on the. I was sitting on the interstate, and you got these people that are coming on, and I had a car next to me, so I couldn't change lanes. Someone, you know, and then the lady that was coming on the oncoming wasn't slowing down, and then if I slammed on my brakes, I had someone behind me that would have, you know, rear-ended me. So I had to kind of go over and slow down a little bit to avoid both the, you know.
Oh, yeah, it's stuff like that makes me a little bit nervous. But no, I mean, overall, it's not bad up here. I mean, it's I like it. It's a nice area, pretty cool. But yeah, going up and down through there, I think I'll hold off for a little bit and let there get, you know, a little bit more snowpack on there, and I think that's part of the problem. Get that first bit of snow, and a lot of it starts to kind of ice over where they've treated and everything. And even though they had plows running, that also can kind of make it a little bit extra slick at first. I'd rather drive on that with a little bit of snow depth and be able to get a little traction. I mean, obviously it was doable. I made it. It wasn't bad overall. I had to keep it pretty slow, though, because it's a pretty steep grade, and you just kind of start freaking out. I mean, you know, if it lets go, basically if you let loose or you start sliding on those grades and those curves like that, then, you know, you're done.
You're good.
So I was like, okay, I'll hold off for now.
Yes, score. Got it in. Alright, I feel a lot better. Gas tank is topped off. It only cost $48, so $12 less than I was anticipating, so I will take the win on that one, guys. I will definitely take the W for that one. It's really not that bad. It was like $2.83 a gallon, which is it's high. But for the toll road and it being under $3 a gallon on the toll road, that's a big win in itself. It really is. Alright, what is happening? Steven, thank you so much for your super chat. W's in chat for Steven. Sorry, I just saw it. Yeah, I'm back. You guys are screwed now. It is still dumping snow over here, though, guys. Absolutely dumping. You guys are never innocent. I can't trust you guys ever. Gosh! Yeah, I used to run the turnpike pulling doubles all the time. I would always run from our cold water terminal, which was in Fremont, Indiana, right there at 69 and 80. all the way to Youngstown, or Youngstown, we call it AY, or AY terminal, which is the 210 or 216, I think. Somewhere in there, somewhere right around the 210. It was in Lordstown, and I would run there, and then so I would go Toledo to our cold water terminal, and then back across to Youngstown, and then back to Toledo some nights. So that was always fun. I still miss driving a truck, though. Don't get me wrong, I definitely do miss driving a truck. Ooh, these winds are just getting strong on the backside of this. Ugh. Let's see what we're sitting at. I haven't been pushing likes much. We're at 1,900 watching with 1,300 likes, so please be sure to smoosh that like button, guys. Please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Yeah, we're still going to be punching through this snow for a while. Looks like the backside of the snow is still all the way to Fremont, at least from what I'm seeing. At least to Fremont. What is happening? I need to figure out if the snow animation is something that Ryan put in from Weatherwise, or if it's an OBS thing, because the snow animation does get kind of annoying. Like, I think it's a cool little thing, but at the same time, it's like, alright. Yes, happy Wednesday indeed. From Chillicothe and transplanted to Adrian. Adrian's a nice little town. I like Adrian. When I ran the city operations, I used to run Adrian every once in a while. We had Adrian Steel up there. I used to go up to Tecumseh, go up to, Bader and Fokker. I used to run up there when I did my city routes for XPO in Conway. Good old Fokker Chemical. Oh, somebody sent me a video of the high-speed chase. Is it still ongoing? Does anybody know if that high-speed chase is still ongoing in Toledo? Everybody's texting me because they know how often I use U-Hauls when my car breaks down. That is wild. The city of Toledo is getting it right now. Somebody is just having a good time. That is wild. But it's hard for them to like pit a U-Haul or anything. They can't pit a U-Haul truck. I'm sorry, guys. I can't help but laugh that somebody is, somebody is running from Toledo police with a U-Haul truck. That is just, it's wild. It's straight up wild to me. And hilarious at the same time. Man, this snow is dumping right now, guys. See what's going on in the Ring camera groups. Man, apparently that U-Haul truck was just going all over town. My goodness. Goodness, guys. Goodness me. This is a moment where I wish I had my police scanner. Because my Explorer had my scanner. And I could always listen in. I actually caught up on a pursuit in Toledo not far from my house when I was getting home once. Yeah, it was a 26-foot U-Haul truck. It was live streamed. Is it still? I don't know. I'm curious if the pursuit is still ongoing or not, though. I'm very intrigued. I mean, I'd imagine it's done by now. There ain't no way it's still going on. But I mean, then again, they said 5 minutes ago it was still ongoing. I just don't foresee the guy keeping it up for, you know, however long. I need to see if they've got like a live Toledo police in pursuit of U-Haul vehicle. At least 2 officers taken to the hospital. Jeez. Did the guy like back into him or something, or what? Jeez. That is just wild. Just wild. Toledo getting on the map for the wrong reasons yet again. Jeez, how many cruisers do you need in that pursuit? The U-Haul lost a tire, and it's just wild. The stuff that happens in Toledo is just hilarious. K9 deployed, suspect is running on foot. Where was he? Yeah, they need another U-Haul to perform a pit. Where did he flee on foot at? Anybody know? That's hilarious. We're heading back towards Toledo now. Heading back towards Toledo now through the snow. Still not as crazy when Tiv 2 lost the tire, valid. Hey Nicole, good to see you. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. And again, thank you guys all so much for tuning in today for our 2 streams. It's been kind of rough, but thank you guys so much for tuning in and smooshing that like and subscribe button. Smooshing that like and subscribe button, as well as your Venmo, PayPal, Cash App donations, and Super Chats. Couldn't do this without you guys, and unfortunately today has not really been that busy of a day for snow. That's why we're kind of making our way back towards home before it turns into a major mess. They need a Bobcat. See, the problem is TPD doesn't have like big vehicles. Always wonder why they don't shoot the tires in the chase, because it's too dangerous. Trying to shoot a tire could result in a ricochet and things like that. That's the danger of it. Might have been the U-Haul I rented. I think the one I rented was a 20-footer, not a 26, so I think we're good. Hopefully the guy took out the insurance policy on it. Like a car hauler pulled over. I love all the green lights. Very festive. I'm pretty sure that's very illegal, but yes, typically if the temperature matches the dew point, then you will see fog. Correct. If the temperature and the dew point match and there's no wind. If there's wind, there won't be any fog. It'll destroy the clouds. Because all fog is a cloud developing at ground level. Oh yeah, I'm sure they'll pull it up on Patrol Live. That'll be pretty hilarious. I guarantee there's going to be a bunch of open record requests for the Toledo police video. It's below freezing. Why is the snow not sticking? Good question. So we're at 30 degrees right now, and we just started getting below freezing, just because we just crossed the cold front. See, earlier we were in the mid to upper 30s, which is why the roads are wet right now, and then we've got salt on the roads as well, which is why it's not really sticking on the roads. We are only 3 likes away from 1,500 likes, so again, thank you guys so much for smooshing that like button. Smooshing that like and subscribe button. Couldn't do this without you guys. tomorrow night into Saturday, Southwest Ohio is getting 3 to 5 inches. I'll have to look into that. I will look into that. Because there is a chance we chase tomorrow. There's a chance that we chase tomorrow in New York again. So, but we're doing a lot of it's wait and see. I want to see what the overnight models say when I get back home and get a chance to look everything over and kind of feel it out. Oh, I miss Sheriff Fletcher. Such a great guy. Bob and Pat. Good old Bob and Pat. I miss them so much. Yeah, Cincinnati getting 3 to 5 inches I think is typically enough for a winter storm warning. Toledo police have surrounded the U-Haul involved in a citywide chase. Multiple officers have been taken to the hospital. I can't believe 4 years ago was the Mayfield tornado. I'll never forget that night. I'll never forget helping that man out of his truck. Not out of his truck, he was smashed underneath it, man. He was so badly injured. His truck was flipped upside down and smashed onto the frame. He was covered in diesel fuel, fading in and out of consciousness. Man, having to keep that guy conscious because he was just like, I just want to go to sleep. I just want to go to sleep. And I've seen it so many times where, you know, people lose consciousness, and that's the end of it. That's all she wrote. Man, I can't believe that was 4 years ago tonight. It's just wild. I'll never forget that night, if I'm going to be honest, guys. I really never will. I still just can't believe 4 years ago tonight was Mayfield. Just, wow. I'll never forget watching.
I was just thinking that just a minute ago.
I'll never forget watching the dang thing cross I-55. Oh. Such a heartbreaking event. It really was. Watching it cross I-55 near Hayti, Missouri was just, that's where my chase ended. And the driver did make it. The truck driver did make it. By the grace of God, I had just, I was just getting out of trucking at the time when that happened, and I was with the local cop. They were doing search and rescue of trucks in the median, and I asked them if they said they were done with search and rescue and they were going to wrap up the scene for the most part. And I said, well, if you guys search the field, and I asked them if they searched the field like around for any sort of damage or anything, and they said that there was stuff in the field, but it was just farm equipment. And I shined my flashlight over there, and I could see 3 axles, and I knew it was a semi-truck. So I told the officer, I was like, come on, we need to go look. So I grabbed the officer, his name's Caleb Keller. I grabbed Officer Keller, and we went and searched, and we found the guy. Barely clinging on to life, just in a puddle of diesel fuel. His truck was upside down, smashed all the way to the frame. And me and Caleb pulled him away from the truck. He was so badly injured. It was, oh my gosh, it was horrible. I mean, it was disgusting, honestly. It was like, it's one of those things that they're so gruesomely injured, you're like, don't get sick. And, yeah. Thankfully, the guy was alright. Guy was okay. After multiple rounds of surgery, he made it through. His wife was actually pregnant, like 8 or 9 months pregnant. And, my goodness. Talking about that just, yeah. I remember specifically that night was that Officer Keller, I got a hold of his chief, and told him that, his actions that night likely saved that man's life, and they actually awarded him. He got an award for it. So I was grateful to make sure that he got the recognition he deserved for what he did that night. Yeah, that was a wild night. Absolutely wild night. I'll never forget it. It definitely sticks with me. Yeah, it looks like Jaden's finally getting pounded over there. Absolutely pounded. He's getting packed. Yeah, I think the cold front's starting to impact him over there. That was the night of the Mayfield tornado. That was the night of the Mayfield tornado. But the tornado that I saw was the one before Mayfield that they proved was not like... the storm had cycled for like a mile and the tornado wasn't on the ground. Otherwise, it likely would have been one of the longest tornadoes in history. Well, would have definitely been one of the longest track tornadoes in history for sure. okay, that was not the same night. You're talking about a completely different night. I didn't even really know Vince that well back then. 2021, I think that was the first time I ever met him. And ironically enough, that night, the Mayfield night, is also the first night that I ever worked with Ryan Hall. Ryan also had well under, I think he only had like 30,000 subscribers back then. He didn't have many. Yeah, that night was actually the first night I worked with Ryan. Yeah, if you want to talk about something that's well of a throwback, when Ryan Hall had less than 100,000 subscribers, yeah. That was, man. Yeah, I still work with Ryan. He uses my feed via Weatherwise, and I still talk with him. Actually, Ryan's all the graphics and overlays you guys see here, the city, state, all that stuff, that was all personally developed and coded by Ryan Hall. He did that all himself for me, just out of the kindness of his heart. Ryan Hall that night revolutionized severe weather coverage on YouTube. That was the first real stream that truly revolutionized severe weather coverage, and that was the beginning of everything. That was the beginning of Ryan's legacy. That was the beginning of, honestly, if it wasn't for Ryan, any of these other YouTubers wouldn't be here. Max wouldn't be here. You know, you've got a lot of other YouTubers out here that Ryan really paved the way for a lot of them to, you know, start to use meteorology on YouTube. Ryan paved the way for the success for people like Max, and for there's, I think, like Weatherman Plus out there and stuff like that. There's multiple other YouTubers that do severe weather coverage and stuff like that that are only there because of the path that Ryan paved for everybody else, that everybody else has copied to a T because they see it as successful. Kind of like how Vince and I were pioneers of the live streaming on YouTube. Even Reed really didn't do it. You know, Vince and I were the pioneers of live streaming with overlays and showing radar and stuff like that with a remote computer. You know, Vince was truly the first person to stream with overlays. And then as I thought about it, I was like, you know what, this is a good idea, because back then, Vince and I were the only like full-time storm chasing YouTubers aside from Reed, but Reed really didn't stream on YouTube until Vince and I started having success with it. He did it before every once in a while, but like Vince and I paved the way for live storm chasing on YouTube by developing a platform that everybody now has duplicated, with a live radar, with location, direction, all that stuff. All that originated from the work that you know, Vince and I started doing when it was just the two of us. Vince and I really developed the whole live streaming storm chasing. It really started with Vince. I won't lie. Live streaming, like streaming with overlays and all that, that really started with Vince. But very good live streams and all that, we worked on that together. We we really helped to build each other up, and we were the real pioneers of live streaming with overlays and stuff like that. Like we were the ones that developed that platform that now so many people copy. So I mean, I always take, and it's not a bad thing that they copy, that they're copying the platform because they know it works. They know it's something that can make them successful, make it a full-time job for them. And I think that's incredible, and I love that. I absolutely love that. You know, all these other storm chasers with overlays now didn't start until after we had paved the way for this stuff and said, this is how you do it. And then everybody and their mom started doing it as well. And I think it's incredible. I think it's incredible. You know, Ryan was the originator of live streaming severe weather coverage, and Vince and I really paved the way for live streaming storm chasers on YouTube with overlays, with having an interactive audience and things like that. Nobody did what we did until we did it. Do I still talk to Vince? Yeah, I talk to Vince every once in a while. I text him and we text back and forth. You know, we've gone through a lot of crap together where we've pissed each other off and all that, but we still talk and we still have each other's back at the end of the day. We're just not attached to the hip like we used to be. But because of the fact that we like started all this together, that's a bond that is something that even no matter how many times we piss each other off, that you won't get past, you know? So I definitely still talk to Vince every once in a while. We text back and forth, and like I said, we're not close friends like we used to be, but we definitely have each other's back still at the end of the day. And that's what's important. I know that if I ever need anything, even if we don't talk for months, if he's around, he'll help me, and the same goes to him. I just can't believe that it's been 10 years. Not 10 years. Wow, why did I say 10 years? 4 years since the night of Mayfield. I mean, I've been live streaming since 2010. I have been live streaming since 2010, but back in those days, it was a lot of, you'd live stream. We live streamed on the TVN platform, the WDT platform, the Livestorms Media platform. I was really steered away from streaming to YouTube when I wanted to.
What is it with these social media platforms just having to screw up the platforms as time goes on? Like, why? Well, why?
But, you know, that...
Are you listening to my rant over here, Ryan?
Yes, but I feel the same way on Facebook. I can't stand that crap. Why?
Dude, I don't know. Like, Studio was perfectly fine. There was nothing wrong with it. And they're like, oh, hey, let's, like, take 3 very important things away. Like, let's just get rid of them. That way we can show you a larger live preview screen. Like, no, I don't want this, whatever this stupid large box is. Now, I don't need to see my stream like that.
Jaden and Redman are going at it now, guys.
Rectangle in the top left corner of Studio, and then having all the other features. Like, yeah.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But at the same time, with that mentality, a lot of higher-end corporate people would not have a job because they have to validate their job by changing things up.
Well, they validated it today, all right? They changed it. They did a really good job of changing it, but not a really good job at changing it for the better.
Do you guys remember?
What are we ranting about?
This Studio, bro. It's hideous. I still can't get over it. Like, I keep crashing out because, like
Jake is straight up crashing out right now, guys. Yeah, you guys remember the live stream after a hurricane where I was on with Ryan and I dove in a puddle? I just jumped into a puddle. Face first into a deep puddle. Oh my gosh, we've done a lot of fun things though. We have. We really have. We really have. And we continue to do fun things thanks to all you guys. We really do.
Cracker barrels are there. Wonderful decision making.
Or they just they took a bunch of people from Facebook. I mean, it is a Facebook update. Like, that's what it is. Like, it reminds me of something Facebook would do. Just like, well, you know, the new freaking...
They get so fired up about this stuff.
Where now the reactions are all the way to the right side, and then the like number is all the way to the left, and then you have comments, and then you have this big rectangle of gray space now in the middle of the post, like in the reaction section. And then on videos, now you can't, on Facebook, you can't see how many views your video has unless you go to the Reels tab, because they took that away from the individual post areas on the feed. So you actually have to go to the Reels tab to see view number. Yeah.
I know, it's horrible. It's just terrible. Not that it matters too much to me anyway. My posts suck so bad anyway that I don't have to see those numbers.
I didn't notice that. I was looking for something, I knew that they popped up, and then I looked and they were like gone. I was like, maybe I touched something. And I was like, oh wait, nope, I have to go in here. Never mind.
I'll give you something to touch, Garrett.
Oh, dude. You have the grid socks?
Oh no, it's not the socks. It's the other half of the arrangement with the socks, if you know what I mean.
Sounds interesting.
Hey Ben, I got a question for you.
Yo.
In your guys' vehicle, who is the lion and who's the small dog?
I'm sure. We've been around Garrett long enough to know that Garrett is definitely the lion.
I was going to say, who do you think is the lion? The real lion?
I mean, that's for you guys to decide, not us.
Well, he just looked at me and told me it's me, so... But he knows. Yeah, he's in his place.
He knows his place.
Dadgummit, Jaden's a chicken, man. He just turned the radio down.
What a baby.
Well, I could sense it. I heard that little chuckle when you said, Ben, I have a question for you. And I put my freaking finger on the volume down button right away. I was ready to mute it. I'm like, I don't think anything good is going to be asked here.
Oh. Sounds very small doggy there, Jaden.
That's what I was thinking.
Hey, I mean, as long as Ben just knows when to keep his mouth shut, then the repercussions for being a small dog don't happen.
Exactly.
Oh, I hate that it's so freaking dead weather-wise. I miss you guys all so much. I miss hanging out with everybody.
Yeah, I miss you too, man. I'm glad we got to see each other for 3 minutes today.
Yeah, I miss everybody. I've got a campground here. There's sites next to me that are open, so I just reserved a campsite if anybody would like to drive down to West Virginia and join me.
Well, I would, except for I'm a whole bunch of going the opposite direction, but that sounds like a good time. Now I miss you guys all too, but just know that the time that we get to see each other every day almost is around the corner.
Oh yeah, it's coming up quick.
You know, we just need another Trinidad day here. Just give us another Trinidad event, we'll be great.
I'm preaching that for a while. So now I'm like, come on, Trinidad, it looked like it. It's going to happen a couple weeks ago. And then the model was turning away from it like 5 days before. And I'm like, damn it.
Yeah, something like that would be fun. I would love to have something like that happen again to where I could come out there and join in this time.
Any of those good, significant snow events that last like 3 or more days are just perfection.
So that what a lot of lake effect can do?
Yeah, I mean, well, typically lake effect events usually last at least 2 days. They're usually two. When you get a good classic lake effect event, it usually lasts 2 or 3 days consistently dropping rates of 2 to 3 inches per hour. Sometimes rarely, but it does happen often. Sometimes rarely, but it does happen often. That's quite double negative. It does happen that we get 5 inch per hour rates at time, usually like once a year.
I've never chased lake effects still, so I'm hoping that this year's the year that I get to chase lake effect for the first time. I always love seeing the pictures of the like snow wall, and then like the convective looking clouds.
Yeah, that's what's really the best about lake effect is that you got to get a good ripper off of Lake Erie up into Buffalo. I don't care what anybody says, when it's snowing in Buffalo, that is so much better than going off of Lake Ontario, just because of the population. You can help a lot of people, and everybody's awesome out there out by Buffalo. They're all incredible. But yeah, usually it's at least for 2 or 3 days straight, sometimes longer, of just constant lake effect snow, just absolutely hosing an area. You freaking get up at like 8 a.m., start streaming at 9, get done at freaking 9 or 10, go to sleep and start the day over. Usually after like 2 or 3 days of 12-hour live streams like that, is just, you're so burned out by the end of it.
Yeah, I know last year I remember Connor chased so much lake effect, I could tell he was super burnt out by the end of it.
Yeah, it's not really the lake effect itself that gets exhausting. It's, you know, streaming for 12 to 14 hours a day for 3 consecutive days is just, that just burns you out.
Hey, Brandon, you said you want to see what a fire hose?
Oh yeah, good old lake effect fire hose. Oh. Nothing gets my hodograph curved like a good fire hose.
There's so much I want to say.
Yeah, let's see. Looks like he's back. His radio's back to the old ways.
I was just grabbing my Grinch meal McDonald's socks.
Oh,
I was going to say, it's hard to use the radio to do that at the same time.
That'd been so funny if it was you just, like what happened this year. You grabbed your radio and it went to work.
Yeah, I don't know what was happening with my radio early in the season. Like it magically, it started to self-correct as the year went on. But like in the spring, it was just nothing but issues. Like every other time I would key up, it would mute.
or the times that, was it Garrett? Whoever was always hot micing you. I think it was Garrett. I think Garrett's radio always just kept hot micing him. Like, he'd set the radio down, but it would keep transmitting.
I remember that. You know, it did it to me that one time too when I was in New Mexico. I think I was chasing in New Mexico, and I hot mic'd for I don't even remember how long.
Yes, I remember that hot mic. I don't know what the heck happened to it.
Good times, good
It
times.
just like kept our conversations for like 10 minutes.
Guys, well, as you can see, we're already out of the snow now.
Yeah, one time, Jaden, I'm pretty sure you hot mic like, I don't know, like 15 minutes or something.
We're out of the snow, so we're going to go ahead and wind it down here real quick, guys. Thank you guys again for tuning in for the second stream today. When we end the stream today, it'll redirect you to our next scheduled stream, so please be sure to hit that like and notification bell on that stream. We may be live tomorrow. It's possible. If not, we will be live by this weekend. So, sorry today really wasn't as productive as I would have liked. Sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles. But we'll do a quick stream prayer again real quick, and then we will wrap it up. Heavenly Father, I want to thank you again for another wonderful and glorious day you've given us on this earth, Lord. While today wasn't all that prosperous, we know that you provided the experience and the fun for a reason, and that we continue to glorify you in all the things that we do, Lord, that you strengthen us in our weak moments. We thank you for the position of influence you've given me to show others of your goodness and your grace, and the opportunities you give me to help others, Lord. I pray that you continue to lift us up and that we just do all things for you and you alone. I pray if anybody watching right now is struggling in any way, shape, or form, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, Lord, that you show them that you are the light that does not stop shining, the light at the end of the tunnel, and that by you, through you, and for you, they can do all things. Lord, just thank you so much for the day you've made and all you do. Thank you for these things in Jesus' precious name. Amen. Alright guys, well we're going to go ahead and wind it down. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like I said, once we hit the end stream button, it'll automatically redirect you to the next scheduled live stream, which could be tomorrow. So just hit that like and notify me button on that stream as well. But thank you guys so much for all that you guys do and continue to do, and we will catch you on the next one. As always, a big old moo out. See you guys.